Kubernetes complete course. So we have seen in the previous video, I'm just going to recap what are the topics we have covered. So we just go through what is Kubernetes and container introduction and Kubernetes setups and minikube setup with some demos. Now what we are checking on this video, we are looking on minikube versus Kops and kube admin and AWS Kops, using how we can set up our production setup. That is what we are checking on this video. So let's go to what is the difference between minikube versus Kops and kubeadmin. So if you want to check the minikube is easy way of setting up single node local testing Kubernetes server in your laptop or any systems, which means you can build your application locally, you can test it on in local system itself, which means it's a single node cluster. But we can't use that minikube as a production setup because that is not supported as a volumes and load balancer. So mostly we would like to make it on our cloud servers. It's like AWS or a Google server or Azure. So what we are going to look at on this video, so we are looking on how to set up Kubernetes on AWS. So Kops is a recommended way of creating Kubernetes cluster on AWS. So we are going to use on Kops for creating our production setup. So kubeadmin, which is a generic tool, we can spin up production servers on any bare metal or virtual servers. We can use that, for example, DigitalOceans. But AWS, they are giving tool which is Kops, which we can use for create our Kubernetes cluster. So to start with our demo, let's go to my system. I have mentioned all the commands here. So Kubernetes production cluster using Kops. So let me go to Kops site so you can understand a bit more. So which is in the Kubernetes sub directory. You can get some more information on here. So which is a kubectl will helps for this, how we can create a cluster. They given some guidance for that. DigitalOcean, so every cloud related they are given some feature, and there is a lot more feature on this, so you can refer these documents what will support. If you are Linux user, first of all you need to set up on this, but see this thing you need to set up for Kops. I have already done, so just I am going to show you Kops. See if you got some versions, okay, I will show you what version I have installed. So I have using 1.11.0. that version I have installed in this location, 1.11.0, so which is this version. So right now Kops version is 1.12.x. it's alpha, so it's a stable one, so I have using that version. And you need to install this all. It's already we have done in the previous video. For that, before creating our cluster, let me verify that AWS is configured. AWS, yeah, I have installed. And before going to, you need to check you have a domain name. I have a domain name with I have it registered. So to store our Kops state file, we need to create a one S3 bucket. I have it done using this command. Let me go to create my cluster using this. So clear my screen and then paste. Okay, which means Kops create cluster. The name of the cluster is, I'm mentioning as my domain name. You can mention any name. And state, I have mentioned Kops state demer. uh, I created bucket as 1. This zone I need a node count to T2 micro as a node, and master size of is T2 micro, and then I'm entering, so which will take few minutes. First of all, it will gathering the information to what are the things it's going to change. You can see it here on like a previewing changes that will be made, so you can get details on here. Let me wait for that. Yeah, so you got a information here, right? Now what I'm going to do, so I want to update. Okay, I am okay with this setup, so you can see it, what are the nodes here. You will get all the details, what are the things is going to create regarding VPC and security and other installation related everything here you can get. So I'm going to update. You can get the detail here, copy and paste, and then you need to add your bucket name. State equal s3 colon double slash and my bucket name. My bucket name is Kops hyphen stat hyphen dymyr1. Enter. Because in this location the state file will store. Let me show you that. Cluster, again this is what my bucket. In this location you will get my name of the cluster, and inside you will get all the details like configurations and secret and PK and instance group and some add-ons. This all it's created just now. Using this information, it's going to launch my clusters. Let me show you it started or not. Okay, cluster is started. Okay, it should be ready in few minutes. You can see it here. See, you can see in the console it's right now it's initializing our servers. It will take a few minutes. I will get all the details on in this location. Let me wait for we can wait for a couple of minutes. So in the meanwhile, I can show you some more how we can delete. I can show you on Kops page. Okay, now it's running. So you can see it here, the validation of suggested Kops validate cluster. We can run this command to validate our cluster. Paste. Okay, you need to mention our state file directory s3 colon, and what is the bucket name we have mentioned on that. Kops state dymo1, Kops state r1, so which will validate our servers, which will gives number of nodes and master, so which is giving the validation. So it's still initializing, so it's taking few more minutes to initialize. Let me check on this. kubectl get node, so which will gives as like if once everything is ready, which will give our node detail, master node detail, and the so we can wait few minutes to get complete this setup. Once this ready, then we can start deploying some hello world applications. So let me kubectl deploy hello world application on Kubernetes. So I'll just mention something, it will redirect to our Kubernetes website. Here you can get the packages detail. See, deploying our first application on Kubernetes. So let me go to this. So this is interactive tutorial. We can use this for more. Okay, so let's go to can use, I'm looking for some basic. Okay, AWS EKS sample application deploy test. Okay, we can spin up. Okay, here they given some more details. So okay, let's start implementation guide. Okay, now you can see it here, one master and two node is ready. Once we have done with this setup, so we want to deploy some application, right? Okay, I have some hello world. This one I like to deploy, paste. Okay, which is created, and I want to mention as a node port, because node port which will take us some random port to expose our service. This is our first Kubernetes demo, so I will use kubectl get service. See, this is my port I have exposed on this port. So let me go to my AWS console to allow this security. So this is a node. I will go to security group under node at the name of my cluster, and then I want to allow this traffic. I will use for time being my IP, and outbound is all. Okay, let me go to any one of my IP with port number 30161. Yeah, I got a response from my container. This is what I got a response from my container. So in this way I can go and verify the application is working or not. Let me deploy some Kubernetes WordPress deploy. So here you can get some more how we can deploy Kubernetes details. See here you will get some videos and reference, so that way you can use it. And this video you can see it you can see it our output. So for deleting of this you can use just I'm going to remove my cluster. Kops delete cluster name is dimmer. uh, Cluster name is diamond.com, and state of this Kops state hyphen EYMR1, and this all information right. Please remove yes, which will remove my cluster which is running on our EKS. So it will remove all of my cluster nodes. So this is what the basic of creating cluster on EKS and deploying some sample application on it. So